Welcome to the jungle of Hero Wars. Today we want to talk about the crazy progress team with the reworked Astrid and Lucas. It's a really strong team with new challenges and information. Thanks to the JJI synergy do we have a new kind of defensive power. Marks, debuffs and even stuns are less effective against the JJI combo. The shields are a pain for every player who loves to destroy teams wisely. Nevertheless, it has also a great offensive power, especially due to the synergy between Nebula and Isaac. In the comparison JJINA vs Astrid, we can see how fast Astrid is. Julius dies pretty quickly and Lucas takes now the role as tank. Our cute Lucas is out of play, until he transforms into his rage form. And that happens when Astrid uses her ultimate. Her rework skill received a big boost, which allows Lucas to play with us much earlier. He helps to do some extra damage, but the main usage is his assist for the tanks. Lucas jumps to the front and can take easily even a 1 million hit. He loses just 7% rage, and that's awesome. Here we see the sweet cat form and how he's waiting. It takes not long anymore and the rage meter is full. He jumps to the front and pushes even the first enemy away. All incoming damage will be converted into the lost 7% rage, which we find at Astrid. When the rage is consumed, he returns back to his sweetie form, but it takes not much time until he comes back, and the teamwork with Julius is pretty nice. A lost fight turns suddenly around. Their green skill is a pretty strong speed buff, which will be activated very early in the fight too. If Lucas is in his rage form, he will get it instead of Astrid, but he gets it also at the beginning of Astrid's ultimate. Directly after her first shot, Astrid loads her weapon and that is the animation for her speed buff. We see also the rainbow aura at the ground. Now Lucas is ready and the speed buff gets activated on him too. So we have here two speed buffs at the same time, but after that only Lucas will get it. The speed buff on Lucas has a great synergy effect with their blue skill. It increases Lucas damage for each done attack, and the best is, it increases endless. But if they are out of rage, the multiplier will reset. The first hit does 28,000, next 30k, 32k and so on. It's a fixed increase of the initial value. Perhaps you have seen it already. Lucas has a stunning ability. Astrid marks the enemy and if Lucas hits a marked enemy, he gets stunned for a second. It sounds not great, but we have this synergy between Judge. He stuns the front if his shield is still active after 5 seconds. The middle heroes if his slow disappears, and his ultimate stuns all enemies. Those many stuns are very annoying, especially if they interrupt the ultimate or skills. Here we see how Cleaver's hook gets interrupted and then how all middle enemies get stunned. Isaac's ultimate has also a knockback effect, which helps to make the annoying things complete. Now to the hidden secret. Do you know how the artifact buffs influence Lucas? Or other buffs, for example from Morrigan or Nebula. Unfortunately, they have absolutely no effect on Lucas. Only Astrid's speed buff works. And it makes no difference for him if you increase Astrid's power. His values are always the same. Even Isaac's great drones have no effect on him. The only way to help Lucas is to debuff the enemies. For example, Isaac's violet skill crushes the armor. That works for Lucas too. I'm really scared if it's only a bug, so Lucas is much weaker than we thought. But it has also one positive effect. I was wondering why Zisha attacks sometimes Lucas and sometimes not. After some tests I found the solution. No cookies for Lucas. Buffs. Isaac's magic defense buff is active, and that is the real reason why everyone has more magic defense than Lucas, because he has only Astrid's native stats. The same for Yasmin's ultimate. The armor buff is active and then she chooses Lucas, because he is the one without the buff. It's really funny how the sweet Lucas runs back with Yasmin's mark on the head. Keep in mind, it works only if armor or magic defense buffs are active and Lucas is in his rage form. Important fact, Lucas can be debuffed. Look closer at him and you see the burning effect from Iris on him. It appears only if the debuff is active. Last info about Astrid and Lucas: they are out of the normal energy workflow. They have rage. It's important if you face heroes who can influence your energy gaining. For example, Astaroth. He burns 37% energy of the last hero, in this case Ginger. It's a pretty nice move to prevent the hero to use his ultimate. Astrid doesn't care about it. We see the blue animation of Astaroth's skill, but nothing happens. The 7% are just from Lucas. It's a very stable setup with nearly no weak points. Finally, how to counter their team. We need a lot of concentrated power, for example with Mashi and Shroom. It's of course not a single Mashi, it's a combination of Mashi, Mojo and Orion. In Mashi lives so much natural power, but you have to release it properly. Orion helps to overdamage Julius' shields, and his magic penetration assist allows Mashi to hit very hard, and Mojo's hex hits hard again. Julius dies even before Lucas jumps to the front. Very close, but it works nicely with max heroes. Here is an example without Orion's assist. Mashi can't do anything in that time. Now Lucas is there and takes the hard hits. That is also a big advantage of the Astrid version. Ginger can't help here and your team dies pretty quickly, but Astrid and Lucas takes out many mushy setups. The more shrooms, the harder it will be. But the time is over and you have successfully defended. The next counter is again our lovely JJINA team, especially together with Luther. They will dominate the fight. Best case in double tank formation, where Luther stands at position 2. Look at the heavy damage at Chaba. Thanks to Luther we can hold the formation and he stops Lucas in the middle of their team. Julius can't be protected and the heroes are standing much better for Tristan's area attack. Thanks to that formation we get finally the perfect timing for Artemis Fafnir's combo attack. Boom! The Ironics are working too, like against the JJINA variation. Iris is such a great counter to Astrid, but Julius counters Iris. It's necessary to combine the different factions to get this little weak point. Phobos uses a debuff on the highest magic attack enemy and Nebula's boost exactly Isaac. Iris Inner Fire kills him perfectly. It works also without Phobos, but it feels more dangerous than safe. Every advantage has also its disadvantage. A double tank setup together with Morrigan, Kira and Fafnir are a good solution too. Because of Astrid's precise front damage, we have great success with Morrigan skeletons. And thanks to the missing buffs for Lucas, we can go much better with double tanks. Cleaver has also great counter ability. He damages himself and also the enemies around him. Those little hits are perfect to get Lucas back. Once the Kira Fafnir combination can show his potential, it's over. The next way to counter them is not so easy to explain, so let's check it out. The classic twins are not really popular anymore, but this is a beautiful fight. Krista's end-last damage is pretty nicely blocked by the shields and Isaac's magic defense buff. But then suddenly Julius shows his power. Bada boom! The last fight shows us how Yasmin generally works. If the timing is right, she attacks always the heroes, not Lucas. And does a lot of crazy damage. Peace.